Hello, welcome again to my channel. Today we're going to talk about 5 steps to becoming a great Ulzzang, okay? Now, even though I'm focusing on, black Ulzzangs because I'm a black woman, regardless of whatever I am mixed with, I still identify as a black woman. I move through the world as a black woman, and I'm going to be speaking more to my black girls, even though a lot of what I'm going to speak about can pertain to anyone. In regards to some of the topics or some of the points that I hit, they're going to be geared specifically towards black women, and not just black women or non-Asian women is going to be, that particular points I will hit. Some of the points that I will hit will be specifically geared towards people that are not Asian because, there are certain aspects that are different when you are not Korean and you are trying to obtain the status of an Ulzzang. Now, disclaimer before we get into this, in regards to this video, please understand that Ulzzang is not a fashion. A lot of people think it's a fashion. It's based off of Korean beauty standards, yes, but in of itself, it is not a fashion. It is a status, and it's a status that you have to obtain. If you are not trying to obtain the status, then this video is not necessarily for you, even though you may be interested in watching it, which is cool. But liking Korean fashion doesn't automatically make you an Ulzzang, and I feel like that needs to be said because I've been running BUC for a while, Black Ulzzang contest, and very often I get questions like that I get really confused by when they say, "Oh, I want to dress Ulzzang," not, "Oh, I want to look more like an Ulzzang." That's one thing, but you can't really dress Ulzzang. You have to gain that particular status. So we're gonna break it down into 5 categories. So we're gonna start with number 1. You need to have a beauty regimen. And when I say a beauty regimen, I don't mean that, you need to take a bath with the tears from the highest angels on Mount Olympus, okay? Stereotypically speaking. You don't need to go to like a spa every day. Even though I would recommend you do go to a spa every so often just to treat yourself. But in a general sense, you should have a beauty regimen. You should be, trying to eat healthy. You should have, products that you use for your face, products you use for your hair. You should be taking care of yourself because part of being an Ulzzang is health. And health is beauty in regards to Ulzzang. You're not supposed to just look beautiful, you're supposed to feel beautiful. Work out all the time, have, a mask that you use every day, a cleanser that you use every day, take care of your hair. And for my Latina girls or my black girls that have curly, kinky hair, you can rock your natural hair. Make sure your hair is healthy. Make sure it's put together nicely. You can definitely do it. There's no rule that says that you can't. Just make sure you have a beauty regimen and that you're taking care of yourself. And talk about, your beauty regimen. Even if you don't want to divulge every single thing that you do for your beauty regimen because it's like a beauty secret, speak generically about it. Like, oh, by the way, I do a face mask every day. I do, a deep cleansing for my hair or hair mask once a week. Or, just talk about some of the beauty regimens that you do and actively do that. You want to be taking care of yourself health-wise, beauty-wise, if you really want to aim to be an Ulzzang, because there are some Ulzzangs out there that take pictures without makeup, and that's because they really take care of their skin. They really take care of their hair. These are things that you should do as an Ulzzang. Got it? Got it. 2. Now, for 2, invest in things that suit you. Now, when I say to invest in things that suit you, again, this is for my non-Asian people or my non-Korean, non-Japanese, non-Chinese people that can fit into Korean brands. For example, I am a bagel girl, and not like bagel girl by Korean standards. I'm very curvy. I'm very voluptuous. I have a Coca-Cola bottle shape. I am a thick girl. Now, by black standards, I'm pretty small. I lost a lot of weight. But for Korean standards, I'm very big. I'm a curvy girl. I'm not going to fit into your average Korean clothing brands. It's not going to fit me. I'm too big to fit into these clothes. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that. I'm different. And if you are a non-Korean Ulzzang wannabe who wants to gain that status, and you're trying to latch on to products just because it's Korean and it doesn't fit you, and then you feel bad because you can't fit into this. No, everyone's body type is different, especially if you are European and you're very tall and you're very statuesque. You're not going to fit into clothes that are made for more petite, shorter women. There's nothing wrong with that. Invest in clothes that fit you well. You want to be comfortable in your own skin. You don't have to wear Korean products. It's okay if you don't. For black girls, darker skinned girls, I'm kind of fair even though I have a nice little tan. I like the way I look in the summer because in the winter I am pale. Boy, I love me a tan. But for the darker girls, you want to make sure that you're not just buying Korean foundation just because it's not made for you. Korean BB cream is not made for you. I use Skin 79 BB cream just to try it, and I like it. I prefer Iman BB cream, but on my BUC page that I run with Pan, we made several posts of a variety of BB creams for a variety of skin tones. Don't just stick yourself into a Korean brand just because it's Korean. You don't want to lose yourself and do things that don't suit you properly just for the sake of gaining the status. Yeah, you want to try some things, but you don't have to do it. And I know that I'm speaking from a privileged perspective because I can use Korean BB creams because I'm light enough. But I prefer to use black owned products. Black Up is fine. Artistry is fine. Smashbox, Iman. Find different types of makeup that will suit you, that will suit your skin. Find clothing that will suit you, that will suit your body. Regardless of anything that you do, you always want to present yourself in the best light. And don't just jump on something just because it's Korean. For black girls, you want to really avoid the foundations. A lot of the foundations have skin lightening ingredients in them, and you don't want to have geisha face. Geisha face is a no-no. And you don't want to go too dark either. For any of the girls here, because I know a lot of American girls like to do the tan look, you don't want to have the Kylie Jenner black face either. Wear what suits you. Be comfortable in your skin, be comfortable in your body, okay? That's very important. Invest in things that suit you. You. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Have a signature look. Now, after you invest in the things that suit you the best, you want to develop something that is specifically you, that says, what says me? Like, for example, me, I usually tag my stuff as a golden goddess or a little witch because that's a part of who I am. I like to call myself a golden goddess. For anyone that follows me, I usually have honey blonde hair, and I love rocking like highlights on my skin because my skin is golden and I love gold, so I usually call myself a golden goddess. If I call myself a little witch, it's because I'm pagan. I'm definitely a nature child. I'm a tree hugger, so shoot me. But this is a part of who I am. I am a tree hugger, and I am pagan, and that's a part of who I am, and I incorporate that in my style. Every so often, I have a very Maury look where I'm wearing like these little dresses and stuff. And yeah, I'm a New York girl, I'm a city girl, so I incorporate all of these things into my style. These things define who I am. I'm a city girl, but at the same time, I'm a nature lover. And at the same time, I like wearing gold. So these are things that I incorporate into my look. If you love wearing pink, let that be your signature look. If you love wearing silver, let that be your signature look. If you are hardcore about wearing dresses and only dresses and skirts, let that be your signature look. And have your signature look be something that looks good on you. So after you invest in things that suit you and find what works for you and what doesn't work for you, get a signature look and, mix that up. I got better at doing my makeup once I watched black girls do makeup, and then I looked at Korean tutorials, and then I kind of moved that together to make a look. I don't usually have a heavy Ulzzang look. In regards to like Korean makeup, I don't really go heavy. I don't really do heavy eyeliner unless I'm going out for the night. My look is genuinely light, very light, either matte or very dewy, but very light makeup. I decided to go easy on my makeup. I'll show some before and after pictures of some of the looks that I've had since I've been, doing my Ulzzang thing because I'm kind of old. I've been doing this for a while. So, invest in creating a signature look for yourself so when people see you, they said, hey, I know that girl. Hey, I know that guy. I see him post XYZ because he always has this particular look. She always had this particular look. Oh, oh, my cocoa butter. And, let that be something that speaks for you, right? So, have a signature look. Have something that says you, you. Four, four. And four is very important. Now, in regards to having a signature look, that's for anyone trying to be a Ulzzang because, you always want to have something that's you. But for four, have a good camera because it's so useless to do all these perfect things and you have the perfect look and then you can't capture it and you can't capture that beautiful highlight and you can't capture that beautiful contour and that beautiful hairstyle that you got done. And you don't want it to be a waste. You want to show off what you have. In order to gain a status, you need to make sure you have very good quality pictures. There's a lot of girls that I follow that I feel that would be so much better if their quality, if their pictures were better. And I can tell by carefully examining pictures, they do a very good job on their makeup. They do a very good job on their outfits and everything, but you can't see it. And that will be such a waste just for you to do all of that, be perfect, and then your picture quality is you know? And Pan and I have been running BUC for over 2 years, and we've gotten some pictures from girls that we think are amazing, that have taken great pictures, but because they don't have access to a good camera, it's like, uh, invest in a good camera. If you can't get a good camera, get a good cell phone camera, because you have a lot of these cell phones where good camera quality is standard. Now, not every cell phone has good low light shots. Like if you don't have a lot of light, it doesn't take good shots. But try to get pictures out in the sun, because if you don't have like lighting in your vicinity, then your sun is your best lighting. Take advantage of everything you have. Try to make sure you get good quality pictures, because good quality pictures is really what's going to showcase you. It's going to showcase your look. You need to have good quality pictures. I recommend investing in a phone over a good camera, because with a phone you can have Ulzzang apps like Meitu, Maypi, Makeup Plus, things like that, because those things are going to be what's going to help you to create that image that you're going for, because you need to make sure that you are photographing yourself. You want to do a selfie a day. A selfie a day keeps all the problems away. I personally prefer a phone. a phone, you have your camera, you have your apps, you have your editing, whatever, and you can do it all on one device, and you'll be able to create that look that you're going for and that amazing Ulzzang portfolio to really push yourself out there, right? Perfect. Five, 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 five. Please make sure you have consistent social media. And I'm saying this again as one of the admins of BUC. Very often when we have girls participate, they will give us their awesome pictures and they're cute and they're awesome, and then they give us a Facebook or an Instagram link and it's private. You can't be an Ulzzang privately. You can't be an Ulzzang quietly. If you're going to be an Ulzzang, you need to be comfortable with putting yourself out there. And if you want to have a personal page, I absolutely understand, because you have every right to retain a certain level of anonymity. You can do that, but have a page that is just for showcasing your look. If you want to make a Tumblr just for your Ulzzang pictures, do that and keep your other pages private, but you have to have some kind of public page. And this is a disclaimer. Please, just because you are into a particular lifestyle, do not change your name into something that doesn't belong to you. My name is Lee. I was born Lee. Okay, fine, whatever. But if your name is Shaniqua Brown, if your name is Margaret Thompson, keep your name, or give yourself a nickname like Margot. Give your name like Shanique. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, but you don't want to appropriate the names. You can love the fashion, you can love the style, you can love the lifestyle, but out of respect for the people that you claim to love, do not change your name to Park So-ra. Your name is not Park So-ra. You are not Korean. And this is from, my Asian friends that have spoken to me about it. And it's not just for people that are interested in Ulzzang or K-pop or J-pop or Gyaru or Lolita, even grunge or scene kids, where they will make up Western names, because you find that all across the board people would get so engrossed in these lifestyles that they want to change everything about themselves to adhere to this lifestyle. If your name is Zhao Ming, your name is not Tiffany. You're Zhao Ming. That's okay. You can keep your identity. Out of respect for the people that belong to this particular culture, please respect that. For example, Barbara Kim. Her name is Barbara Catherine, and she kept her name as Barbara Kim. You don't have to change your name to Miyabi. You don't have to do that. Out of respect, please keep your name. If you want to do a nickname that's easy to remember, because that's also something important, you don't want to have one name for your Tumblr, another name for your Instagram, another name for your Facebook. Try to keep them all consistent. On all of my media, I'm Kidi or I'm Kimmy. Kidi, Kimmy. I'm very easy to find. You can Google me. You can look me up. You're not going to find me under 10 million names. For Vivi, it was very easy to find her. Vivi, that's it. Try to keep a consistent trend. If you want to do a name, let me think of a name. Let's say your name is Mimi Brown. Let's just make up a name, Mimi Brown. Have that be your tag, Mimi Brown. Everything that you have is Mimi Brown. If anyone want to look you up, they'll find you on every single media. Every single media. And that's how you want it to be. Because if you want to gain that status, you want to make sure that all your social medias are consistent, that you post on it often, that you have good pictures. You also post things about yourself, like how I said about your beauty regimen. Talk about your beauty regimen. Make people know that you're a real person, not just a pretty face that takes just random selfies and that's it. You want to be accessible. You want to feel like a real person. And don't be afraid to talk to people. And be nice, And even if you have a harsh opinion, there's a way to say it. You don't have to be, an ass about it, because people will retaliate, as they should. Because it's important to be nice, but it's not always nice to be important. because you don't want to get to the point where you're like, oh, I'm the best thing ever and nobody can tell me anything and I can talk to anybody however I want. Don't become that unreasonable diva. Be nice. Be open. Be honest. Have lots of access to people that are following you. Make sure that you're followable. Do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel comfortable in the look. Have a beauty regimen. Take nice pictures. Fix your pictures with your pretty apps. If your picture is too dark, you can use the app to make it brighter so people can see all the work that you do. And do all of these things consistently so that you can gain a following to becoming an Ulzzang. These are the 5 main things that you need to do. Beauty regimen, invest in things that suit you, have a signature look that you go for, invest in a camera phone. I prefer a camera phone over a camera, even though having both is good too. And make sure you have a consistent social media. And with all things that you do, be respectful and be kind. Be nice. And I'm absolutely sure if you follow these things and continuously strive to get better, and you will have no problem gaining that Ulzzang status. Trust me.